everybody, Randy Bartlett with this week's Minute. I think we're going to make it under a minute this week. Let's see how we do. This episode was originally supposed to follow episode 29, which was about taking responsibility and not being a victim. We ended up putting number 30 in last week, which was really all about Richard Mills because of the timing of it. So this one kind of connects to the previous one. And I want to tell this great story, one of my favorite stories of all time. My great friend Mike Walter from Elite DJs in New Jersey, one of the top 30 or 40 DJ trainers that are out there, great guy. He tells this story from way back in the 80s about being at a movie theater. And they're watching the movie Fatal Attraction. You all remember that one from way back when. If you don't, you have to watch the movie. The plot of the movie is a married man played by Michael Douglas ends up having an affair with a woman played by, I believe, Glenn Close. He tries to break off the affair. She goes total stalker, crazy woman on him, and things get really ugly. So there's a scene in the movie where she is coming after the family, and the family has a pet rabbit. He comes home and he knows something's gone wrong. He can tell somebody's been in the house. He's not sure what's going on, and he hears the whistling of boiling water coming from the kitchen. He goes in there and he sees a pot of water boiling on the stove, and it's like, what is that? And he looks at it, and you realize it's the family pet rabbit that she has killed and is boiling. It's this gut-wrenching, high drama moment in the film, and the whole theater is very quiet. And suddenly a guy sitting in the back of the theater yells out, "You brought that shit on yourself." And everybody cracks up, of course, and there may be no better lesson in life than that. We really do bring this stuff on ourselves. And in that case, it was really a bad thing that he had done, brought him some pretty bad juju, some karma back to him, and he brought this on himself by being stupid and having an affair. But it also applies when we do things really well. You brought, and we can say, you brought that shit on yourself, and you just have to excuse the language. It's much better in its original form. So what does that mean? I see DJs all the time online, and they're talking about this client who was really stupid, who did this and that, and they're having contract problems, and invariably they've done really dumb things as a DJ that have created these problems. Always much more solvable if they would have just done the right things. They brought this shit on themselves. But the flip side of that is we have the ability to bring really good shit on ourselves too. If we train, if we go to conferences, if we practice great customer service, if we, as we learned last week, just don't be a dick. If you're just a nice person and you do good things for people, you can really bring this stuff on yourself. When I first started out as a DJ, I wasn't very good. And those of you who know my story, it's really this simple. I knew nothing. I just started being a DJ and never trained with anybody, had no concept. I really had to invent everything on my own. Well, in the beginning, I had some really good crowds and I had some really bad crowds, and it was sort of a toss-up. As I got better, my crowds got better. But the crowds didn't really get any better. I just got better. Early on, I would come out and I would say, "Hey, how's everybody doing?" And sometimes I'd get no response, and sometimes I'd be enthusiastic. And eventually I learned how to do the proper kind of a welcoming at a wedding. And now 100% of the time when I come out and I say my opening line, I get this huge, excited, energetic applause, cheering. I don't ask them to applaud. They just know how to do it. But I brought that on myself from years and years and years of work and analysis and attending conferences and getting training and doing the things that we need to do. So what I want to finish this up with, because our minute is almost up, is what are you going to bring on yourself this week? Are you going to bring, despair and heartache and issues? Are you going to have bad clients coming to you? Are you going to bring on yourself all the clients who just want the cheapest DJ? Or are you going to have clients seeking out the best DJ and finding you. And the way you do that is you put in the work first. You know, the more you sweat in training, the less you bleed in battle. So put in the effort, find the things that you can do this week, and go out and make sure that when somebody yells at you, you brought that shit on yourself, they're doing it with a high five and going, yeah, attaboy, you brought that on yourself. You have a lot of friends because you are a good friend. You have a great family because you're a great family person. You have money because you give money. You see riches in the world. You see the blessings in life because you are a blessing in life. So go be that person. Bring that shit on yourself. We'll see you next time.